uncle.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're back. Oh, and here's our therapy dog.
Yeah. My sweetie.
Oh,
My
hi,
sweetie.
Ryder. So since we talked last week, how have things gone?
Still calling me a drunk.
Oh,
Well, because you pretty much are. And
Hey, sassy, aren't we today?
I'm just getting more frustrated with this whole thing.
yeah.
Oh,
with
maybe
her.
you need the therapy and not me, my dear.
Well, I'm just trying to help you.
What has something happened that kind of made things worse, or are you just feeling more frustrated?
I'm feeling more frustrated because it's continuing.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
she's just not doing anything about it, and I kind of feel at this point that she doesn't have enough concern for herself. That I feel like I'm picking up that concern for her. And
Okay, so you feel as though she's just not paying enough attention
yeah.
to how she's treating
Yes.
herself.
So it's beyond, it's beyond me and my family, my kids. She just doesn't seem to be concerned. I mean, no longer about us, but even about herself.
I see. So what kind of things has she done to make you think that she just doesn't care about herself?
Well, sometimes I've stopped over her place and things are laying out. She used to be a little bit more fastidious about being clean and being tidy, and it's not so much anymore. And I just am finding that to be unusual.
So this
for her.
is okay. Yeah. So this is unusual behavior for her. This
Yeah.
is something that's just new.
Yeah.
I see.
I mean, it's more than the usual kind of messiness. I'm kind of
Yeah.
feeling like it's getting into being a little not clean.
Oh, okay. So you're concerned that with the fact that she's this new kind of letting her house go.
Yes.
And that's starting to worry you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
All
it
right.
is. Yes,
And
it
how
is.
about you? What has happened since the last time you've been here? Do you how do you feel about what your sister just said?
I have no idea what she's even talking about.
Oh, I see. So you feel as though you've been keeping up with things okay and
First of all, we don't live in the same house. Okay? If I want to keep my house in whatever condition I keep it in, it's my house. Did you buy the house? You pay the mortgage on it? I don't
No.
think so, Missy. So, therefore, if that's the way I want to keep my house, that's the way I want to keep my house. Her kids don't come over to my house. I'm supposed to go over there. Oh, that's the other thing. I need a life without that. Thank you very much. I love my niece and nephew, but I really don't. She needs to, back off with the whole babysitting thing. She said her and her husband make enough money they can afford somebody right now. I need to get on with my life.
you sound frustrated.
Well, she aids in that.
How so?
Do you listen to the things she's accused me of? Not keeping my house, being an alcoholic?
I wouldn't see. I'm not accusing. I'm explaining why I am more concerned for you now than before, even more than before.
No, you are accusing me
You
of
never.
not keeping my house, which
Why do
in
you
the
think?
hell do you think you are even talking about that?
Why do you think we don't? You used to enjoy us coming over sometimes, and now have you noticed that we have not been doing that? I mean, I stopped by myself. I didn't even take the kids with me. I stopped by to check on you, and I see all this, and it's like, that's not you.
Well,
it's not you.
I really don't need anybody checking on me. I'm fine.
Apparently you
All right.
do. That's why we're here.
Well, so far
No, we're here because you want to tell our parents that I'm an alcoholic, accusing me of that again. And I'm not. We went through this already at the last session, if I do recall. And I am tired of being
So let me ask you both. What is your goal? What goal do you have for coming to therapy? What do you want to get out of coming here, and what do you want to get out of coming here? We'll start with Pam.
I don't want to be here, so there is no goal.
So why are you here?
Because of her.
And because she forced you to come, you feel?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And
I don't need to get in our parents are elderly. I don't need to get in an argument with them about what she thinks my life is.
So you're concerned that she might tell your parents about her concerns about
Yeah, and there's
you?
no reason for her to tell her parents anything.
So you feel as though your parents would be worried about you if they knew what was happening?
Because she would make a big deal out of it, so then they would worry.
Oh, so you think that she may blow it out of proportion?
Look at why we're here.
I understand.
Look at why we're here.
I understand. So you have no goal for being here.
No, because I don't think I need to be here.
And how about you? What is your goal?
Well, my goal is to see my sister back to how she used to be, because she clearly is not. I kind of feel like she's gone so far beyond. She just doesn't feel like the same person to me.
Yeah.
So my goal is to, and I'm sorry, she does drink too much. If that's what the definition of an alcoholic is, then maybe that's But I want to see her drink less. I'm not saying I don't want you to have a life, but I am saying clearly how you are now and how you are controlling, like keeping your house and all that is different, and it's not good. It's not good.
So you feel as though her drinking is impairing how she
Yes.
she does things.
Yes.
And as far as the amount that you drink, tell me a little bit about that. What kind of a drinker are you? Are you social? Do you, when you go out, you drink and that's it, or how does that work?
I'm a social drinker. I have a glass of wine or two with my friends, and maybe sometimes when I'm home on my own, put on the TV and watch a movie and have a glass of wine with some cheese, crackers, maybe some fruit. There's nothing wrong with that. There are people that have a glass of wine before they go to bed every night.
Yes. Yes.
And you have a glass of wine
I
before
do.
you go to bed. Okay.
I do.
Right.
She knows that. I do.
Right. And how has this type of drinking differed from what it was before?
Well, I mean, we would talk about like enjoying, our wine and everything at night, and what's different now is that it's become kind of like she gets mad whenever I bring it up, because apparently I can have, like, she feels like she can't have any.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's like way overboard now.
Yeah. Right. So we talked a little bit last week about your childhood and growing up, and that Pam had always been the protector, and how that kind of is kind of still going on in a certain way. Do you think that there's been some kind of a role reversal here? How do you think that your roles have changed?
Yes. Well, I think that, like I said before, that the concern for me doesn't seem to be there. Like her being concerned about me doesn't seem to be there anymore. And I feel like she's not even concerned about herself. So yeah, in a way, you're right. I do feel like, okay, here we are now where I'm the one, I feel, is looking out for her, because she doesn't see it.
Yeah.
I feel like she doesn't see it anymore.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And do you think that the role has changed? Where, no, and you still are the caretaker.
That's the point. I don't want to be the caretaker anymore. I don't need to be a caregiver anymore. She's a grown woman.
So you feel as though you've reached a point in your life where she doesn't need that anymore.
No, she's a full-grown adult, and she doesn't need that. And I don't need somebody looking after me either.
Well, I'm sorry, but I think you do.
Well, you both have a lot of good strengths in how you deal with each other and you deal with the situation. Your strengths are you care about each other. I mean, that's obvious. You're here because you're worried about her. You're here because you know that she's worried about you and you want to put her mind at ease. You want to just make sure that she knows you're okay and you're not, you don't think that things are as bad as she thinks that they are. But you obviously both, you love each other. You have very strong personalities. Both of you are, you know, as far as doing things for each other and helping each other, that goes a long way. You know, you both have been through a lot. Let me ask you, in the past, how has your relationship been? What has, I know you've been close, and you kind of look after each other, and that's really important. And your relationship with your parents obviously seems pretty good.
Yes.
And it started to change whenever you had children. Is that like whenever you had asked her to start helping you with
No,
that?
it didn't change.
Uh-huh.
She had the children, and and I offered to help
Mm-hmm.
because at the time her husband was out of work
Mm-hmm.
and he needed to find a job and he needed to go out and he needed to find work,
Mm-hmm.
and she was working
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't have time to take care of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I, of course, stepped up because I'm their aunt, I'm her sister,
Mm-hmm.
and again, the caretaker, the caregiver.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like it's a sticking point. Like you've reached a point where you don't want to do that anymore. You don't want to
No,
be the caregiver.
it's time for me to move along with my own life.
And you feel as though she's not allowing this to happen.
No, she's smothering me.
Mm-hmm.
She's
So
smothering me
she's-
because she wants to do what she wants to do. Everything's fine and dandy for her in her life. But, if it's not perfect in her eyes, if my life isn't perfect in her eyes, well, then, drag me off to a therapist.
Okay, I'm not talking about you having like this perfect life.
Oh,
You
please.
can have your own life. The reason, okay, maybe, okay, if you feel like I was taking advantage of you with the kids, watching the kids, then I'm sorry. But I truly thought that you loved my kids and enjoyed them, spending time with them, and they love you, and that's the reason why. That's the main reason why. And you didn't seem to have a problem with it before. Now it's like over the past year, things have been changing, and now, what? I mean, you don't love my kids anymore?
No, not that I don't like the kids. I have a full-time job, and you are still asking me to watch them. I have a full-time job. I have my own home that I have to pay a mortgage on and pay the bills, and I have this job that I have to bring home my work with me so that I can get things done. I don't have time for somebody else's family right now.
So
Even though I love my family, I have no time
Yeah.
for my family anymore. Do you not get this?
there's a lot of stress that's happening. How have you dealt with stress in the past? How do you handle it?
I usually go to the gym and work out,
That's a good thing.
but lately I've not had the time to do that. Because
That's
between
another
her
thing.
asking me,
No, it's not that. No,
please.
it's not
between
that.
you asked me to watch little Dana and Dino, and for me to sit there and say, what, I'm supposed to say no in front of them when you bring them my door, something, oh, you know what,
All right.
you know,
So you feel that
when I want to
she's
go
using.
out, and
she's-
so
So you feel as though she's using the children as almost like a weapon.
oh,
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that's not what her intent is,
okay, well then,
but that's how it feels.
But that's not her intent. She just needs to back off.
I know. Well, guys, we have established some goals. You want to make sure that she's on the right path,
Yes.
and you want to make sure that she is not worried about you anymore. Those are good goals to have, and there's a long way to go, and that's okay. But it's obvious that you care about each other. That is what's going to pull you through. And there's one, it seems like an insurmountable problem, that are out there, but there's only one way to eat an elephant, and that's one bite at a time. So we will continue to work on this, but I want to thank you guys for coming in again, and we'll same time next week. Sounds good?
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
Okay,
We'll
well,
do it.
good. I really appreciate you doing this, being here for your sister, and reassuring her, because I think that's what's going to really help. But thank you for being willing to come in. I think it's good. We'll work. Thanks, girls.
Thank you.